Let's move over to the running back position. Got a couple guys here that going into the season, we weren't sure what their role would be, but they're certainly in smash spots this weekend.
And Antonio Gibson was a stardom last week, and he put up a very good stat line. He was the lead back for the Commanders without Brian Robinson. He put up a very solid 20 fantasy points. He had a 38.2% touch share. Now he's got the Lions, Jen, and how many rushing touchdowns did they give up last week? Oh, that's right, 4. So this is a very good spot for Antonio Gibson. And another guy who was on my stardom list last week, A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon was great. He led the Packers in carries, in targets, in rushing yards, in catches and receiving yards. Yeah, that A.J. Dillon. Sorry, Aaron Jones fantasy managers, but I would certainly keep Dillon on your starting lineups for sure against the Bears, who were really getting boat raced by Eli Mitchell last week before he went down with an unfortunate knee injury. So A.J. Dillon is now a very solid RB2 and an even better high-end flex.
Speaking of those 4 rushing touchdowns that Detroit surrendered, it kind of makes me wonder if Curtis Samuel is an even better waiver wire pickup because he can be used as the dual threat, and it just might be a sneaky play. So just if you're putting in your waivers, bear that in mind. As far as sitting running backs, we got a guy who had a stinker last week, and you think he'll probably have another stinker this week.
And Cam Akers is a guy that I've been down on for weeks. And I had a little intel on Darrell Henderson starting last week. He's going to start again this week. I don't know what's going on with Cam Akers. And this isn't even about the matchup either. This is just about pure volume. I mean, this guy had 3 touches last week. That's it. And until Sean McVay starts incorporating him more into the offense, I can't play him. I can play Darrell Henderson. And Ezekiel Elliott. Yes, I'm depressed about it, okay? I'm a Cowboys honk. So are you. I'm not saying that Zeke is a must-sit, okay? I'm not saying that. But if you're in DFS or if you have depth at running back, you may want to consider sitting him. He was on my sit list last week. And let's be honest, he looked good. He averaged 5.2 yards per rush, but the Cowboys were getting boat raced and abandoned the run. Now they've got the Bengals. And the Bengals are not a great run defense, but the Cowboys' offensive line is a mess. Cooper Rush is the quarterback, so I don't think the Bengals are going to respect the pass at all. And that makes Ezekiel Elliott, as much as it hurts my heart to say it, a risky fantasy play. Not a must sit. Just beware Zeke this week.